the Eze bit that I wanted to talk about is basically the way I'm kind of learning about Eze in his first 10 or so games. I know he hasn't played all 10 from the start, but he's played enough minutes in those 10 games in the Premier League. And even though he wasn't, very, he would if he was on the bench at the Liverpool game and bench for City, he was just arriving and whatnot. But he has enough now between the Premier League and the Champions League and the couple of Carabao Cup games where he's started both, where I'm like, okay, my guy is definitely, even in the game in the midweek, he had less touches than a lot of the other guys in midfield. And and I know he played on the wing in that game, or like, on the left. But even when he plays in the 10, Eze doesn't touch the ball a lot. And he's more of a moments player than the player that I think a lot of Arsenal fans thought he would be when they were calling for him to replace Odegaard in midfield. Odegaard does totally different things to Eze. Odegaard is really the orchestrator and kind of gets things going. I think Eze is more like Trossard and like finishes things. I think he's a better player than Trossard at Arsenal right now, but I think they kind of have a similar impact on games. Like Eze will finish the moves. Eze will create too. Like he's not a player who's not creative, but Odegaard is more of a high touch, high volume player. He's going to be dominating the midfield. Like Odegaard is, you can't miss him in a game. You can miss Eze in a game and not see him for it. He can ghost. Like for example, in this game, he was not a central figure, and he was playing like in the number 10 role. But I do think he is a player that, I'm happy we have him. I'm happy we have Eze. I'm not gonna pit him against Odegaard. And I don't like it when fans do that, so I'm not gonna do that. But I do think I've seen enough tape on him now to know that, like, there's enough room in this Arsenal team for both of them to play at the same time. He doesn't need to be an Odegaard replacement. And I think, in fact, he will be well suited to play on the left when Odegaard is fit if we're going to go 4-2-3-1. But I also think he can play with Odegaard in midfield. And Odegaard can be one of the deeper lying players. Maybe him and Rice can run midfield as they are ahead of them, just to give Zubimendi breaks or something like that. But I don't think Eze needs to be an Odegaard replacement. Not the same profile, not at all. And I think actually they have features or characteristics that complement each other and can and should be used together a lot more when they both fit. So yeah, Arsenal played well, 2-0 win, halftime, job done, second gear. For the rest, cruise control and play out the 90 minutes and on to the next one kind of thing.